This is not a tutorial. Yes, I do give you guys some good points, I think, some things that I learned. As I was saying, this video is not a tutorial per se. There is a small section of the video that I think will help some people out, some things I did as far as like, I can tell you which fuses are constant, which ones are not. So like some little things like that. Otherwise, if you're looking for just a step-by-step tutorial, this is probably not the video, but hopefully you still get some enjoyment out of this video. So without further ado. Good morning, YouTube. I know my videos have been wildly inconsistent, especially coming from the fact that they were every day. I have been doing YouTube stuff almost every single day though, so it's not like I've forgotten about YouTube at all, just the opposite. I started this video a month ago now, and yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cue that now and we'll pick up here in a moment. All right. So this is the first time this car has started up in days. I don't know. Speaking of not driving the car much, I haven't driven it in the dark, but maybe one time since the shootout. I really gotta get this fixed. I keep forgetting about it. It's super easy too. I've already looked it up. I just need to order the bulb, do a video on it. Like, it's not hard. Even I think this is easy. I really need to go into UPS real quick. So I changed my mind, but that, I don't know if the camera caught that M3, but I'm pretty sure that's a buddy of mine. Hurry up, because I've been wanting to see this car since he bought it. I've never been able to. Oh yeah, it's definitely gotta be his. Switch over to the real camera for a second. Check this thing out. Been wanting to see this thing since he bought it. I just texted him. I don't know where he's at, or if his car's just randomly here. My goodness. Got the carbon roof, APR wing. Little secret when getting the wife a new car is that I kind of want this to be it. I've never said that on video, but I really want it to be an M3. It's pretty clean. Can't remember if he got it coated or not. Kind of looks like he may have. All right, I did finally get a hold of him. He's all the way over there having lunch. This is the safest place to park, and I kind of have to agree with him. But this thing is just beyond nasty. Gosh, it makes me want one so bad. That's all I got to say. But I did take some pictures, so I will put those up. Of course, I brought one camera battery because I was like, well, I'm just running a couple errands real quick. Okay. I wondered if maybe I didn't drive it because I knew it was out of gas, but I forgot it was out of gas, so I don't think that was the reason. Part of the reason I've been leery to start modding, like doing the blow-off valve, editing the Evo 9 video too much now, boost gauge, the boost controller, just the little things I have, is that in my mind it's like, well, I'm gonna end up needing something and I'm not gonna be able to drive it, then the car's not gonna be able to be driven for a couple days or something because I'm gonna have to order something. It's like it dawned on me, it's like, I haven't driven the car in days anyway, so what does it matter? You know, somewhere in like my screwed up head it was, well, the Evo's not running, it makes it really hard to do videos, so I don't want to risk the Evo not running. So I'm not making videos on modding my Evo because I'm afraid it won't run. It's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Then again, it's 2019, I'm driving around without power windows, so a lot of things don't make sense. I put off making that Evo 9 video for so long because I knew it was gonna take me a while to like come up with the whole story. And last week seemed like a good week to do it because I had what I felt like was more free time now. That edit took forever. I know there's like nothing fancy to it, but what little bit of editing there was, my computer was just not cooperating at all. And between that and a video I did for the Pups channel, it was just, you know, normally I don't have any issues rendering videos, and I had to like render both of those videos in pieces and then stitch them together. It was just a whole nightmare. I don't do like crazy editing in most of my videos, but are you serious? Are you the one person that's actually turning here? I know I don't do a lot of crazy edits, but I do actually like editing and learning that stuff and getting better at it. Apparently my computer and After Effects just not a great combination. I was never bought with the intention of ever using it for After Effects. I didn't even know, I mean, I probably knew what After Effects was, but like I'd never even used After Effects when I bought that computer. All right, back to the present. I'm running the AutoZone to get parts because we are actually doing this install today. In fact, I am, well, I'm like halfway done with the install, in fact. So let's go to the install and then you'll catch up with me again. Pretty sure it's actually been a month since I started this video. It's just so easy when there's so many things in life. It always just gets pushed to the back burner. Feeling like I don't have enough time, and really, that's not true. I just need to prioritize some better. Oh, I haven't even opened the gauge or anything. So why don't we do that? At least you guys can see it. Get that a little bit better in the light, but oh look, it's dusty. But yeah, this is the racer gauge. I got it in red because all the other gauges in the Evo are red. So why would I not want that to match? It's sealed, but looks a little dusty on the gauge. I don't know if that's gonna be able to see any better. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera if you're gonna be able to make that out, but this side's definitely been opened, but I didn't open it. Seems to be taped in here though. So I don't know. Maybe they just inspected it or something. Not really sure. No, because there's supposed to be more than one taped in. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled with that, to be honest. I don't really know what I can do about it at this point. I mean, it's been like 3 or 4 months since I ordered this. Or this little, whatever this is, I have no idea. Some wiring, probably a little holster, a little mount if you want to drill into your car. I don't know who would want to do that. And some instruction gauges written in Japanese, I guess. What are you boys doing? Lotus. Lotus. Lotus, you're fixated. Lotus. I know, buddy. You're looking. Watch out, Lotus. All right, the hose attached to the sensor should heat and vibration. Detached vacuum hose. Okay, seems pretty self-explanatory.
First order of business here is to tee into a vacuum.
You know how you keep stuff around for years and years because you might use it again, then you never do, and you throw it away, and then of course then you need it? Well, this isn't that time. I actually kept them. I've had these T vacuum whatever's. It's my Evo 9 boost gauge install. So, I mean, we're talking 12 years. Jeez. Okay, aside from the fact that I just don't want to have 2 boost gauges, I also don't have any other vacuum lines, which, I mean, I could go get one, but honestly, I'd rather just make use of the factory one. So, looking it up, it looks like this is the factory one, which, based on what people are saying, because people say it runs up through the passenger fender well, so that would be this here. And this definitely screams add one, because I'm pretty sure all these were added once they got to the US. Pretty sure this is the factory one, so I should be able to just disconnect this and then plug in the Defi right here, because this is just going to the gauge, so disconnecting it isn't going to create a vacuum leak, I would assume, because it's just going to the gauge at that point. All right, so I've done some more research, and best I can tell, this is the one. Looking at some of these like images and such. Now, assuming this works, I will do something with this eventually, but I'm not going to commit to like cutting it away or anything until I'm sure. So I think I know I said I didn't have any vacuum lines, but I think I have a really short one. This little leftover short one from years ago, which seemed pretty much useless, but may actually be all I need, is if I can get this little piece out of here. So assuming this works, this obviously isn't going to be very long, but I'll be able to know if it's working, and then if it is, and I know I don't need this anymore, I'll just cut part of that one and make this longer. That way I can mount this somewhere a little nicer. I would actually want to get some like clamps like these. I don't know what these are called technically. But like I said, for now, this is fine. Since I'm not very mechanically skilled, there's a good chance I'm doing something wrong and I'm gonna have to redo it once or 7 times. So I'm limited on where I can put this for now. But in the instructions, they want this facing down. I guess I could just, for the moment, zip it here, I guess. Lotus, you're fixated on the shadows, bud. You should find something else to do. Okay, well, it's facing down. That's what it wanted. I would suggest putting something over the strut bar to stop it from scratching, but somebody back in the day scratched it already. All right, now we gotta hook this guy up to this. So this piece goes to here, and then I have no idea. I guess that routes to the gauge. All right, I wish I would have videoed when I first got this car. They had an I have an aftermarket stereo. Obviously, it's an RS, but they still had the aftermarket head unit, which was this awful like touchscreen DVD thing that just had to go. I took it all out and I weighed it. It was like 15 pounds. It was freaking ridiculous in cabling that they left in the car. You resting your head on my leg? We got delivery. Oh yeah, of course you guys notice when you get Chewy boxes. So after doing some more reading, I decided to go in through this side because even though it's the passenger side, it's really just right of the center console. And you might be able to see the screwdriver's still down there sticking out. I'm gonna attach it to it when I pull it back through. Lotus, dude, watch out. The cable's plenty long enough to go that way, and it's not a vacuum line, so it doesn't really matter if it's going a little bit longer. It's not like I'm gonna cut it shorter. Plus, while I intend to mount it on the steering column, I actually intend to to remount it in the center console again. So really kind of makes more sense anyways. All right, took the small screwdriver out, put a slightly larger one in there. Lotus, you gotta chill, bud. You've been doing this for like 45 straight minutes. It's just shadows. Alright, so what I did basically was I found a screwdriver essentially. Really, it's for like a drill, really long drill bit. That was smaller than the hole. That way I could tape this on. I knew it would fit through. And I may have overdone it on the tape, but obviously if you break that, you're not gonna have a good time. Well, a little tedious, but got it in. Now you can do things like through the firewall, or through the fender, I mean, but that cable was not gonna reach that long. Cause I found where like the factory boost gauge comes in, cause it comes in down there. I mean, I don't know if you can see me in frame right now, but like, there's the wire all the way. So I mean, plenty of room to run this wherever you want in the cabin. Now we just gotta give it power. The engine bay, pretty much done. I'm gonna neaten that up a little bit. And coming in through here, now what we have to do, as I said, is get it power, which is gonna involve the fuse box underneath the driver's side. So I'm gonna go ahead and button this side up, but since it's out, I've had a new filter forever that I figure I might as well go ahead and put in. So I actually bought this a couple weeks before the car broke, like 2+ years ago. And when the car broke, obviously, wasn't gonna waste time installing it. Well, it was just sitting here, and then the car came back. And if you've been following along, you know there was some follow-up issues and back and forth, so it just kind of got forgotten in all the mix. Still pretty gross though. Just to give a little comparison. So again, full, empty, disgusting, clean. It's always nice finding random wires down here. It's like, why is this here? I gotta assume it's going to something that was originally aftermarket to do with that crappy stereo. I don't know, it might be for one of the gauges. Could explain why the one gauge doesn't work. I don't know what it would connect to though. I don't know. That's a problem for another day. Gotta put this glove box back on. Just line it up. And then push it in just a little. There we go. Oh. Say what you want about fit and finish. It's really easy to work with. Alright, so got the glove box, all that back buttoned up. I need some fuse taps, and obviously I want to get a proper vacuum line. I don't know that I mean, honestly, I think I'm fine with that, but I'll probably get some of those just to be sure. That's what I'm going to do right now. Plus, it's super nice out. It's like 65 degrees and sunny, and seems like a good thing to go for a drive. So, pick this up in a few minutes.
High mileage, that's a synthetic. You got the Valvoline high mileage.
Few moments later.
All right, after waiting in line for like more than 5 minutes, while some old guy discussed the best deal on oil and a filter, got what we needed, and we're gonna head home.